Happy New Year, everyone. I am Jake Speck, Executive Director here at 80 Players and the George Theater.
And I'm Kevin Dean, Artistic Director here at 80 Players and the George Theater.
It's been a while since you've heard from us, so we wanted to take a moment today to update you on what the rest of our 2020-2021 season is going to look like.
Though we're all breathing a collective sigh of relief now that 2020 is finally over, a few pesky remnants still remain, which is why we will be joining the rest of the regional theater community here in Houston, as well as nationally, in canceling the remainder of our in-person shows and going completely virtual for the remainder of the season.
As all of you know, COVID-19 has disproportionately affected certain industries, including those of us in the performing arts. Capacity restrictions, union guidelines, and health and safety concerns have made it impossible for us to produce in-person programming that is both safe and profitable. To put it bluntly, the numbers just don't wash.
We have done everything we can to try and reopen, including becoming the first theater in the country to install hospital-grade UV lights in our air filtration systems. We also offered an indoor, safe, and socially distanced concert, as well as an offering from our educational touring unit this past fall.
And when those projects proved financially challenging and COVID numbers spiked yet again, we moved all of our in-person programming outdoors and created Light Up the Lot. We have never given up, we never will give up, but due to circumstances beyond our control, we find ourselves in a position that we must pivot once more.
Which brings us to the announcement of our virtual season. Starting in February, or Valentine's Day weekend to be exact, we will be bringing you a spectacular evening of story and song featuring our very own Emily and Jake Speck. Huh? See what we did there? The Specks will regale you with stories of life and love, their Broadway careers, as well as what eventually brought them to Houston. Backed by an incredible three-piece band, it will be an evening filled with laughter, the occasional lover's quarrel, and some of the greatest musical theater songs ever written.
Once you have recovered from the Speck's blatant display of nepotism, we will be bringing you the 4th annual After Dinner Affair. Now, if you tuned into this virtual event last year, you know it is one not to be missed. Spectacular performances abound in this annual gala, which includes a silent auction as well as a few surprises.
Easter weekend will bring a very special treat as we present Gospel at the George, an Easter celebration with John Mark McGaha and Piper Jones. Now, if you caught these two singing their rendition of How Great Thou Art at our 2020 After Dinner Affair, you know this is a concert you do not want to miss.
One of the most disappointing cancellations of the 2019-2020 season was the first annual Metzler New Works Festival. Well, we are thrilled to announce that the entire festival is going virtual, and this spring we will be investing in state-of-the-art technology that will allow the casts to act from home, as we offer virtual presentations of 3 world premiere plays and 1 world premiere musical. First up is Apollo 8. Originally slated for our 2019-2020 season, this 80 Players original commission tells the true story of the incredible NASA 1968 mission to orbit the moon.
Up next in the festival is another 80 Players commission, No One Owns Me. Now, this was commissioned just last year, and it explores the human trafficking industry here in Houston. But it also offers hope and the reality that there is a way out.
Originally slated for last year's festival, Beasts and Cakes chronicles the incredible true story of Phyllis Wheatley, the first published African-American poet.
And closing out the festival will be the musical Johnny and the Devil's Box. Johnny Baker is the best fiddler that's ever been, and he faces off against the devil himself in this soaring Appalachian musical.
As if all of that isn't enough, we will be closing our virtual season with yet another world premiere, and perhaps a bit more nepotism, 18 Birthdays, starring our very own Jennifer and Kevin Dean. Brought to you by the same playwright who wrote Apollo 8, 18 Birthdays chronicles a married couple's journey through infertility and God's ability to bring beauty into broken places. A journey that the Deans know a little something about.
So as you can see, while we won't be able to be with you in person, we will be very busy over the coming months bringing you our virtual season. Now, it's our sincere hope that by the time next season rolls around, in September, we will live in a world that resembles some sense of normalcy, and we will once again be able to offer you a traditional in-person theater season.
The good news is, if you are a current subscriber at any level, you do not need to take any action whatsoever. You are going to have full and unlimited access to all the programming we just talked about, as well as the AD Player's digital archives, free of charge as part of your subscription. Now, we do ask for your patience and understanding as we work out the logistics of specific dates, times, links, and passwords, and we figure out the best way to give you access to this content. We will be in touch just as soon as we can with all of the information you need to be able to access these shows, as well as information for single ticket buyers to purchase tickets.
If you're an Artist Lounge Live subscriber, we will be in touch with you about some very exciting virtual options as well. Again, we thank you so much for your patience and your understanding.
It's been a tough season here at AD Players. We currently have a third of our staff furloughed due to the pandemic. We have faced challenges we never even dreamed of, but we have never forgotten about you, our audience.
And we continue to work tirelessly to bring you content and value in whatever way we can. We cannot wait till we can all gather in this beautiful theater and share stories. But until then, we will see you virtually.